Hi everybody, welcome to another First Impressions. So I'm here today because I've watched Power of the Doctor with Fraser and the perennial favourite, Jamie.
You're going to be seeing a lot more of us wearing all these videos for the next 6 weeks.
Yeah. This is one take, so I'm just going to use this mic like a boom mic and just pass between everybody, but there we are. First impressions of the episode. I quite think it was okay. I can't even say my words right, but never mind.
He's had wines. He's had a few wines.
Yes, I've had a few wines. I think maybe you guys might be able to see this, so yeah. And he's still finishing his wine, but...
Lightweight.
Yeah, absolutely. No. Seriously, though. I think it was okay. I don't think it was the worst episode. It wasn't a car crash. It certainly wasn't absolutely top-notch. It should have been a little bit longer. I think we've commented about this off-camera already, to be fair. I quite like the fact that they had the Doctors come in, the previous incarnations come in, but the idea of it being a kind of like a gate that the Doctor's incarnation will go through before they come away, go into the abyss of the regeneration memory.
And sort of like deposited.
Yes, yeah. I like that idea. I've always had that idea, and the way they used them that way was great.
For me, I think it might be something to do with the idea. Remember in Heaven Sent, the Doctor had a memory palace?
Mm-hmm.
It might be something to do with that as well. This idea where they deposit memories and personalities for future recollection. Just an idea, sorry.
Yes, and the fact that it's been used for the psychic element with the static, that means that Tegan and Ace see the Doctors of their incarnations, which I think is really lovely, and I think the scene between Sylvester and Sophie was actually the best. I think that was actually the loveliest of the scenes, and I must say, out of the incarnations... Yeah, it was Ace, but I think out of the incarnations that we saw, I think the one who actually did the best was Colin, to be fair.
I think that's... Yeah, I disagree, but only in the nicest way. I think they all did brilliantly. Mm-hmm. I think all of the actors who came back, I think they did a great job coming back at it 30, 40 years later, and unless, not for all of them, of course, one of them had only recently played the part not that long ago. Someone sneaked in the back. But no, I like that they had them both interact with Jodie in her scenes at the gate, whatever the gate is, and I like that they interacted with their respective companions. I thought that was quite sweet, and it was great to see Sophie back. Not happy about certain things, but I'm sure we'll move on to that.
Yeah. Nobody died, which is always a bonus, but there was rumours that maybe one of the guest stars would cop it. Speaking of copying it, I think they got rid of Dan rather quickly. Not in a bad way, but he departed rather quickly. He said, "I'm fed up with this, I'm going by," just so they could have extra room for all everybody else coming in. But yeah, I think it was a decent episode. I think it worked okay, but I know these two have different opinions and a bit more in depth. The first impressions for me are always a bit wishy-washy, and I'll be honest about that. But these two, they able to watch things first time and give criticism. I used to be twice before I get something, but no, yeah.
I think I'm the same as you in that respect. I think I might have opinions now about the episode that I've just watched. If I was to watch it again, my opinions would change. I completely agree with you on that. Yeah. I'm just more opinionated in general. So, sorry, carry on.
Yeah, this is the second Jodie episode I've only watched once before doing the first impressions. The other one was Arachnus in the UK, and you can take your indications of that wherever you like. What about you, Fraser?
I enjoyed... Ooh, crikey, I've had wines. I enjoyed it. It wasn't... The thing is, and this is not a brag in the slightest, I knew what was happening a long time ago. Again, not a brag, right? So I've had plenty of time to process what was potentially going to happen, right? And I really didn't like the idea of it. But seeing it presented, it worked a lot better. There are still things that could have been fixed. I still feel that 90-minute episode should have been a 3-parter. I think, again, it was rushed. I feel that Yaz didn't get the proper send-off that she deserved. I feel like it was very much... well, I'm going to do this bit on my own now. Bye, thanks. And even though, a few episodes before, Yaz was confessing her love more or less with the Doctor, and the Doctor was sort of reciprocating it, I feel like unless they were going to pay off a love story between the Doctor and Yaz properly, they shouldn't have done it. They shouldn't have introduced it, especially not 2 episodes before the end of them being in the show. I think that was silly. Jamie can speak more about that than I can probably, but in terms of bringing in a love story that's unrequited, don't bring it into episodes before the end. You mentioned that it was good that Dan left early on. This is going to sound horrible. I didn't miss Dan, but I never thought I've got no issues with Dan or John Bishop. But I feel that they didn't need Dan at all in her third series. I felt it was strong enough with just Yaz and the Doctor. I felt it was a big mistake bringing in just swapping out a white guy with a white guy. And no offense, but Bradley Walsh is the better actor. Like as soon as he popped up, I was like, "Yay, it's Bradley!" And he was brilliant in these scenes with Sophie. You were like, "Oh, I really miss you." Just it made me miss Bradley. We got no resolution to the timeless child, but I knew that wasn't happening anyway because Chibnall doesn't know what to do with it. And what else didn't work? The master's plan. I don't know what it was. Don't know what the master was up to. It was. I think it was. He just wanted to become the Doctor in order to tarnish or ruin the reputation of the Doctor across the universe, which he could have done without taking the Doctor's body. Total nonsense. Loved the Rasputin dance scene. I thought that was a touch of genius, reminiscent of Scissor Sisters Live or Die from Last of the Time Lords. I can't decide. Thank you very much. I was close. I've had wines. Sophie, fantastic. Great to see her back. Great to see all the old Doctors back. It gave me a smile. Peter Davison was my first Doctor. Sylvester McCoy is my favourite Doctor. So that worked out quite nice for me. And I thought it was a lovely regeneration for Jodie. Obviously, the return of David Tennant was just beautiful. I'm so happy we got to see it. Excited to see what happens next. But there was a point coming. Here it is. Jodie never got her big Doctor moment. Eccleston did to a point in his first series. David certainly got big Doctor moments, like the big speech. Matt had his first great big speech in
Pandora Opens.
Pandora Opens. He got it, straight first season. Peter Capaldi, the war speech is, award-winning television. And Jodie just never got that defining moment, and that's really sad. I'm hoping that she'll come back and Russell will give her a defining Doctor moment. I think that would be lovely. But yeah, roll on 2023.
Yeah.
First impressions, done.
And everybody's going to hear that dump onto my leg, but there we are. But no, you're...
Okay, good one for that, actually, but I'm sorry.
What, dumping on legs?
Yeah.
Before I get on, sorry, just really quickly.
Cut that bit out.
But this is one take, it will carry on. Yeah, but no, to be fair, yeah, you're right, the Master stuff. I'm going, what the hell? He just wants to be revengeful. That's the problem with the Master. He's getting more vengeful as he gets along. There's no evilness anymore. It's just a fact of, I hate you, Doctor. I'm going to make as much your hell as possible. And it just didn't make sense. The fact that they have a degeneration possibility now is interesting to put into the canon for future, and that possibly might explain, to maybe extent, to the David Tennant change. It wasn't as grating as it was, and I have said to you before that I didn't like the idea of Tennant coming back, but the way it's been done so far, I think it will be okay.
And he is the 14th Doctor, not the 10th.
He is the 14th Doctor,
Russell
which is...
T Davis confirmed that tonight.
Yeah, that's going to be confusing my head forevermore, but there we are. I know I said that Timeless Child doesn't mess with my head canon. This might, but there we are.
Why?
But I don't know. It's just one of these things that's like, hold on, he's the same person again? How does that happen? That's a bit weird.
I think he'll have more of a 10 Water of Mars personality. I don't think he'll be a straight 10th Doctor personality. I think he's going to have a rougher edge. I think we'll see more Time Lord Victorious than we will... or Ranglorious, then we will see what 10 was. I don't think it'll be... David Tennant would not have come back just to play the exact carbon copy part, and Russell was certainly not going to just write 10 again, because otherwise it would just be 10 again. But they're purposely saying, this is the road, these 3 specials that are coming out November, we'll see. These are the roads. Oh, hello, Jim. This is the road to Chuti's 15th Doctor. I think there's more going on here.
Yeah. No, I agree. Okay, Jamie, your points of view and your goods and bads?
Well, there's not really much I can add to that, to be honest. It's kind of exactly the same as what Fraser's just said, so...
That was easy.
So, it's kind of a mirror of what our opinions are essentially a mirror of what was just what Fraser just said. So yeah. So
It's so good that actually you guys have the same feelings of first impressions that I do when I do my videos, but there we are. But yeah, well, if that is everything, thank you guys for
That's
joining
alright,
in.
no problem.
But it's quite fun actually watching it with somebody else instead of just me on my own and then the second time later on. So it's quite nice to have that. But thank you guys for watching this first impression. If you like this video, you know what to do. Like it, share it with the hashtag teamstructor. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the notifications bell so you know when a new video comes out. Go on, Bing. Bing.
bang.
Yeah, wrong side, but there we are. Go on. Bing.
I did that quite well. I said
Ping. You do ping quite well. But yeah, no, if you want to help support the channel, you can go to the Patreon as well. Go to patreon.com/Deanstructor. This one has actually been included. He's annoying cards at the moment, so thank you very much. Yeah, exactly. For £1 or $1 a month, you can help support the channel, get your name at the end. If you want to go a bit more, you can get a video in advance, 1 week in advance as well. Or you can go this third level and actually have extra videos, which we will hopefully have something for Human very soon.
Fourth level, you get a date with Barry.
Yeah, well that one's not going to happen quite yet, and OnlyFans is never going to happen. But thank you very much anyway. But yeah, thanks guys anyway. Thank you to the voice of the ether, Jim. But there we are.
No, it's the voice of the gate.
Voice of the gate.
Voice of the gate.
Voice of the Stargate.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. Speaking of Event Horizons, I better let it go now.
I thought you were talking about the film there. I've got loads to say about that.
Oh, I know you do, but that's another time.
I highly
That-
recommend it.
The TV series is better, but there we are.
Hellraiser in
Wrap it
space.
up, wrap it
Brilliant.
up.
Yeah, better wrap it up before we go. But thanks, guys, for watching. We'll see you later.
Toodaloo.